obscure location or the other, who you have not trained at all on anything about older persons, who does not have any knowledge about what they should do, what they shouldn't do, about how to prevent falls, how to prevent them from sleeping when they go to the bathroom. And if you note, I'm not sure of these statistics, but a lot of older persons come to the hospital after they sleep. So we now decided that we will commence this program last year. Last year was the first cohort of 75. We trained 75 persons who are now the first. Some of them are here. Can you raise your hand if the course? Oh, okay. Thank you for coming. The first cohort of 75. I heard that you are highly oversubscribed. I just pray that you remember us as they are highly oversubscribed. So thank you for coming. And that's the gap we've tried to fill. This program was designed as we said in the brochure, an immersive, intensive 3 weeks program. If those of them that went through it, like I said earlier, they are heaving a sigh of relief. You know what you've been through. Have you gotten value for your money? Yes. Thank you so much. And we think that this is what we want to do, and we are very happy with what that you are graduating today. But let me round up by telling you from UBTH perspective, what you are doing today, we are giving you certificates. You are now alumni of UBTH. You are holding a certificate that said you are our product. You are our ambassadors. You have a certificate that from the foremost training institution in Nigeria in healthcare. And I'm not saying this lightly. I say with all seriousness, our products are highly sought after worldwide. Name it, be it biomedical engineering. We have one of the topmost biomedical engineering schools in Nigeria. Paramedic school, we are the pioneers. I told you guys last time, I will say it again in the presence of the commissioner. As we speak, we have about 20, how many? CIMAC? Over 20 of our products from the paramedic school manning the London ambulance service. When I say money, I didn't say they went after they graduated, they now went to school again. They left here straight to the ambulance service. They were not given further training. So on and so forth. There are so many. And so I do also know some of you will take this certificate to JACPA. It's okay. Like I said, just also remember us when you get there. It's okay. We don't have any problem with that. But a lot of us will stay back. So we want to congratulate you on behalf of UBTH management, and well done. Thank you.
Thank you very much, CMD. While the CMD was speaking, some notable persons walked in, and we must but recognize them. We have with us the chairman of our Medical Advisory Committee, Professor Stanley Okubo. We are glad to have you here, sir. We also have the DCMA Clinicals, Dr. Amina Okako. You're welcome, ma. Here with us today as well, we have Mrs. Stella Osage, Deputy Registrar, IHS&T. She's representing Mr. Loki Agbozikilo, Director. Also here today, we have the Acting PRO of UBTH, Mrs. Queen Haibodion. You are welcome, ma'am. Okay. You know, this program must work closely with the nurses. If we don't have the nurses on board with us, I'm sure we will not get anywhere. So we are very pleased to have the HOD of Nursing Services, Mrs. Ujagbejo Beta, DDNS. You are very welcome, ma'am. Moving on to the next item. We are promised we will not take your time. So right now we'll be taking messages from dignitaries who have graced this occasion. And to open the floor, we would invite Mrs. Florence Nwozo, who is the Principal Social Welfare Officer at the Ministry for Social Development and Gender Issues. She's here representing the Honorable Commissioner. Please, you're welcome.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm standing on the protocol. My name is Mrs. Nwozo Florence from the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Issues, ably representing my Honorable Commissioner, who is unavoidably present. She brought good tidings, good greetings, and all to us and all. Most especially my prof, able prof, Professor Obehi Akoria. Thank you for the good work and all that you have done. I also heard when my sister said that there was cohort 1, and this is the second cohort and all. Congratulations, my dear graduates and all. I pray that Almighty that will lead you all to the highest in Jesus' mighty name. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, ma'am. I welcome everybody, but there are some special people that are also here. The family and friends of the graduates. Can you give yourself a round of applause? Thank you for being here with us. We now welcome the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Samuel Ali, for his well wishes.
The Chief Medical Director of University of Benin Teaching Hospital, Professor Baseki, the Chief Medical Advisory, Professor Stanley, Deputy CMAC, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, Professor Akoria, and everyone here, and especially to the graduates, good afternoon and congratulations. I will start by saying, please clap for yourself. It's not easy now. You came, you pay money, we don't even know where you got the money from. You attend classes, you know, so much inconvenience, so much heat, you know, so much balabro in the economy. You scale all of that, and now, today, you are going to be... So clap for yourself again. And then to our able prof, Professor Akoria, a bundle of knowledge, full of energy, even at, the energy is like that of 20 years old. Well, for the men who are here, she's still too stable anyway. Yeah, so please, you can invite her to dinner after today. Okay. Thank you, and you and your team. I appreciate this wonderful thing you have done here. And it's quite encouraging. It's quite motivating. Thank you very much. So, to the Chief Medical Director, the Chief Financial, he called himself, the Chief Allocator of Resources. So thank you for making this day to come through and for making this project to have a conclusion. And I will start by using the word of one Professor Tia Walker. In his book, The Inspired Caregiver, he says that it is a honor, one of the greatest honor that can be bestowed on anyone is to care for those who once care for us. One of the greatest honor that one can ever do is to treat those who once cared for us, and those are the elderly ones. again, we must all remember that we all, life is turn by turn, actually. And like one of our first lady once said, the senators were once a children. So when you interpret it properly, you know what it means. So life is turn by turn. So we must realize that at one stage in our life too, we will get to need someone to care for us. And so what you are doing, you are not only rendering service to the community, but also to yourself. Because someday, you might never know, someone might say, oh, yes, he was one of those who cared for my mom. I also owe her a duty, or him a duty, to care for him. So when you take on this kind of, let me call it responsibility, you must also know that you are actually rendering a service to yourself first. But I would like to just give a few advice here. You have been trained and you have been acquainted. I didn't see your curriculum, what it entails, but as your position or title as care aide, you must not begin to see yourself as a doctor, please. But you must know what your curriculum entails, and you practice within that ambit. So your role is to provide assistance to elders, and you shouldn't go beyond this, please. Because when you go beyond such, then you are practicing quackery. It is actually termed as quackery. And the law does not support quackery. So, not to give you long talk, what I would just say is that we in the Ministry of Health, or we as the state government, we are very delighted to have you providing this kind of care to our people. And we know that with time, we will also need to partner you in developing our society towards this trajectory also. Professor, the CMD mentioned that they've trained paramedics going beyond providing care at the primary care facility site. We are doing what we also call home care. So there's no, with due time, your services will also be needed in rendering some level of home care towards those who are the elderly. I won't want to bore you so much with my talk, but I will just say congratulations once more. You have to rededicate yourself, commit to it. And I always tell graduates one thing. If you want to go far and if you want people to respect you, you should be professional at what you do. And being professional means practicing within your ambit and being committed, showing a lot of passion and commitment to and dedication to duty. And that is what always, so no doubt together we can ensure that our elderly population receive the care and respect they deserve. You must realize that, like the professor said, as at 2020, the population of the age among us is just 9.3, and we are 200 million. So growing at a rate of about 3.2%, and that gives you roughly over 10 million as at now. So, and just 56 of you have graduated. So you can see that you are just a minute providing care to that number. Even though we don't have the figure for Edo State, but I can assure you that that sizable number, if you use 10% of our population in Edo State, you are talking about 500,000 people also. You know, so the field is wide. That's what I'm just trying to say. The field is wide, and therefore practice within your ambit, be professional, and the sky will just be your limit. Thank you, and once more, congratulations once again.
Thank you very much, our Honorable Commissioner. And right about now, we'll be inviting Divisioner, our team lead, Professor Obeya Korea. She'll be giving us the overview of this ECA Cohort 2 training.
The Chief Medical Director of UBTH, Professor Darlington Obaseki, the Honorable Commissioner for Health, Dr. Samuel Ali, the distinguished representative of the Honorable Commissioner for Social Development and Gender Issues, the CMAC, Professor Stanley Okubo, the CMAC, Professor Amina Ohaku, head of nursing services. Now I am in breach of protocol. My brother, Stanley Ehiarimia, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health. Director of Public Health, Edo State Ministry of Health, Dr. Stevenson Ojefo. Distinguished members of faculty and the geriatrics team. Our second cohort of elder care aides. Representatives of cohort 1, including the deputy governor of the class, who incidentally is also a faculty member, other members of faculty from cohort 1, distinguished ladies and gentlemen of the press, and everyone who is seated in this hall right now. It is my pleasure on behalf of the management of UBTH and the organizers of the essential training for elder care aides to welcome you to this auspicious occasion. There's a background to what is happening here today. About a month after, I'm waiting for my presentation to come up. About a month after the last training, a certain state government reached out to us with a request to train some of their workers in geriatrics. And because of that, we closed 40 spaces and refused to advertise. I can see the deputy chairman, training and monitoring, Dr. Eki Odoko, you are welcome. So we closed 40 spaces and we did not advertise this training until it was 2 weeks to the training time. And when I discussed with the CMD at a point, I think we had just 5 trainees then, 5 applications paid, although there were about 20 who had indicated interest. We weren't sure whether we were going to cancel, but within 2 weeks, we had 57 enrollees, and we had to turn back several because they came when we had done more than 3 days. This morning, I'm going to take us through a very brief presentation on essential training for elder care aides. An overview. What is elder care? Elder care is special attention given to older persons, helping them with things that are difficult or impossible for them to do for themselves. Elder care is providing support with activities of daily living, which are categorized into basic and instrumental activities of daily living. There are a lot of things we take for granted. Waking up in the morning, being able to get out of bed, use the toilet, bathe yourself, brush your teeth, choose the right clothes, put them on, walk around, eat your food. Those are called basic activities of daily living. They are the activities that enable you to maintain your independence. Toileting, for example. We also have the instrumental activities of daily living, which enable you to engage with society. Activities like housekeeping, transportation, using the phone, managing your finances, managing your medications. These are the ambits of the elder care aides who are graduating today. Who provides elder care? A few days ago, I got a call from the geriatrics unit that an underage child had been deployed to the ward to provide care for an older person. And we refused. We believe that the minimum that should be providing overnight care for an elder person in the hospital should be an adult, legally so called. So we have the term formal caregivers. These are caregivers who work in formal sectors who are regulated. But we have a big unregulated group of caregivers who are generally referred to as family caregivers, and they usually are unpaid. They account for billions of US dollars in terms of their contribution to the economy annually. They may be family members, friends, neighbors, or other church members, you just name it. And like I said before, they may be underage. Some of them are even elderly themselves, but they have no choice other than to take care of themselves as well as their elderly loved ones. So, the UBTH trained elder care aids concept was conceived as far back as in 1920, but as the CMD said, it was implemented last year. A rigorous 3-week technology-enabled training program with long immersive hours in clinical practice, with trainees undertaking day and night duties. Our faculty spans Nigeria, the United Kingdom, and the United States of America. The first cohort graduated in October last year, and this is some of that class. We started this training on the 7th of March, and we are graduating the second cohort today. What is appropriate at this point to mention what is going on at the national level? We have the National Senior Citizens Center, having set up the Nigerian Geriatric Social Care Skills Qualification Framework. We tell our elder care aides they are not healthcare practitioners. They are practitioners in the social skills sector. And this framework includes Geriatric Social Care Skills Council, where I represent University of Benin Teaching Hospital. We have the awarding bodies, we have the regulatory bodies, we have assessment and training centers. As I said, we enrolled 53. Unfortunately, one did not pass, so 56 are graduating today. And it is my pleasure to mention to you that we all are in a continuum. Everyone here has received care at one time or the other. Everyone here is providing care. Some of us will provide care. And at some time in our journey, we may need care. We cannot overstate the fact that there is a yawning gap and a big need. One major selling point of this program is the mindset shift that happens when trainees come on board. It didn't take them 24 hours to realize that whereas they thought they came to learn about how to take care of someone else, the first thing they learned was how to take care of themselves and age successfully. Our mantra is fostering intergenerational solidarity for successful aging. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Okoro, for that very brief presentation that captures basically what has been going on. I'm very sure that these cohorts, they have learned a lot beyond caring for others, but about caring for themselves. You never can tell who you'll be opportune to care for. Having been a member of faculty in this training, I was opportune to be a caregiver to my mom for a very brief period this January. And I'm glad to say that the training I got from here helped me to support my mom, and I believe that she had a peaceful and happy death when she eventually passed. So the training is very rich, it's very beautiful. We have faculty members, like Prof has said, from all over, but we're also privileged to have some retirees to be panelists during the project's presentation, and it was quite insightful. Am I correct? And one of them is seated elegantly here. Every time I see her, she got here before me today, and I thought I came here early. I got here about 1.5 hours before the program was to commence, and she was already seated. And the same thing, every day she came for training, she was already there before most of us. So I'm very glad to welcome to the podium Reverend Dr. Getty Wogo to give us remarks on the training program.
I want to stand on the existing protocols. Good afternoon, all. That training is wonderful. CMV, thank you, sir, for a job well done. Professor Obehi and your team, thank you very much. You see, seeing is believing. Until you go to that unit, you will not understand what is going on. You will think it is a child's play. The curriculum is very, very robust. Very, very robust. I can assure you the graduates can function anywhere in the world based on the training they have gotten. I was proud to be associated with this training as the lead panelist. I gained a lot though during this past 3 days I was with them, and I wish them all the best.
Thank you very much, Ma. Thank you. We really appreciate you. And about now, the ICT team, the very supportive ICT team. Can we give a round of applause to the ICT team? Because they were such a huge part in this training, connecting us to everywhere in the world. So now they're about to stream for us some testimonials from these present cohorts to tell us what they feel about the training they've had. Good, the bad, and the ugly. Like we always say, all feedback is welcome, positive and negative. ICT, are you ready?
I'm Reverend Father Francis Efan Chukwuokoye, a Catholic priest from Catholic Diocese of Nnewi in Nnewi, Anambra State. This training has opened my eyes so well to know beyond what I have known before now. I'm going back rich, more refined, and then more experienced, because they exposed us, or they exposed me to the things I've not known before now through this vigorous training.
The elder care aid training has really been tough. Honestly, when I heard about this training, I just felt it's just a training. I just came, and I came unprepared. But during the course of the training, I learned stamina. When our professor was pushing us to our limit, I said, this training, I have come, I must conquer. I stood my ground. I didn't know I'm this good. I didn't even know I have this kind of pain, this kind of strength, this kind of resistance in me. And in this training, I've learned something so peculiar. And I've learned that aging is not a disease. I now have a change of mindset. After the lecture taught by Professor Obehi on the physiology and pathology of aging, I now understand what aging is and what aging is not. We have to stop this stereotype that old people are witches, they are bad, they are demonic, they are not. Aging is a process. I also learned from this training that by what I do, my lifestyle, what I eat, how I eat it, when I eat it, exercising, taking regular water, good diet, will make me age successfully. And I'm proud to say that I've come to this training, and as I'm going through this training, I will not remain the same. I'm going to be a different person. The me that came to this training is not the me that is going out. So I've gone to the working world with my expectation of what I was before I came for this training. I will have been half-baked. This training has really enlightened me that everything is not about money. It is about giving to people that need your help. And I really appreciate God that I attended this training, and I'm a changed person.
My expectations was far below my experience. I thought it would be this normal seminar where the rules will not be strict, but in this scenario it was totally different. I've never seen such a program where a gathering where people would just sit together like this. It was more of teaching, it was more of a lot of connecting. The whole course of this course, I gained a lot of discipline to be modest in all I do, and to also be punctual. I want to appreciate the faculty members, especially Professor Wakora. She was so wonderful, and other faculty members who were present with us. Also, the management of University of Benin Teaching Hospital for bringing such a program to this a place where we can be able to reach out.
Thank you so much, UBTH. Thank you, CMD. Thank you, Professor. Thank you, the faculty, the ICP, the fellow ECA trainee. Thank you. It's really been a moment of transformation, and I'm grateful all the way. Thank you so much.
I'm Reverend Father Francis.
And at this point, we come to the reason why we are all gathered here today. Everything we have done so far is to lead us to this point. And what is that point? The presentation of awards and certificates. And to present the graduates to the management, to the Chief Medical Director, is the chairman of the Academic and Ceremonial Subcommittee, Fam Martins Hideage. Can we have all the graduates please rise to your feet? ICT, can we have champions please? Fam Martins please, come on.
Yes, sir. I would like to stand on the already existing protocol. See on this, sir. Here are our graduates. The 56 of them that graduated out of 57. After all the rigors of 3 weeks of intensive training. Today, I can congratulate you all, 56 of you. Clap for yourselves. So, as I call you, you will come out and collect your certificates and have a handshake with our CMD and also a photograph. So, first on the list is Abasi Anefo Williams. Adeyemi, follow. Chansi, Yobo, Agaziwa.
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up.
Gloria, area, get ready.
For the champions,
Gloria,
champions. Stand up.
Mata, Mata, Chuku.
Here we go, it's getting close. It's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is. Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision.
Emmanuel,
I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand up for the champions. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up,
I say sir, evening.
For the champions, for the champions. Stand up.
Vivian, accessible. Julius. Julius Ikoluwa. Sega Bonaventure.
I was built to be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Juliet Benjamin.
For the champions, for the champions. Stand up,
Stand up, Bello.
stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Akosa Mohamed Lawani. Cynthia Ruth Mamudu.
It's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it
Mercy
is.
Ododa.
We have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision.
Mercy Osabo.
I'm on the move. Make way for me. So stand up for the champions.
Oyinloluwa John.
Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Musa Omorege.
Champions for the champions. Stand up.
Reverend Father Francis.
For the champions. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up.
Obi Elizabeth.
Champions.
Obi Elizabeth.
Champions. Stand up.
Ngozi Augustina. Obianu Evening.
I have to pick myself back up. And when I
Ogechi Ozochukwu.
I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall down,
Omoegu Bates.
I have to pick myself back up. And when I fall,
Alice Ogewoyu. Osamebe Labis Okechukwu.
I was built to be the best, number one and
Julius
nothing less.
Okodowa.
Lead me to my
Lydia
destiny.
Okodowa.
I have waited
Julius
patiently.
Okodowa.
I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up
Lydia
for the
Okodowa.
champions, for the champions. Stand up,
Caroline, get ready.
stand up, stand up.
Olawumi
For the champions,
Alima.
for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions,
Ogechi
stand up,
Caroline Okosu.
stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions.
Omamube Kechi. Joy Omokaru.
It's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just like that's how it is.
Taye
We have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see?
Osayande Okofo.
Make way for me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up.
Precious Osazuwa.
For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up.
Patience Atibi.
Stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up.
Patience Idaosa. Roslyn Okorawa.
I was built to be the best, number
Samira Shaibu.
nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently.
And the younger sister Sakina Shaibu.
Though I believe, I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Aizoji.
Stand up, stand up, stand up for the champions, for the champions.
Ruth Simple.
For the champions, stand up, stand up, stand up.
Blessing Ozala.
Champions, for the champions, stand up.
Abigail.
Here we go, it's getting close.
Abigail.
Now it's just who wants it most. It's just life, that's how it is.
David Okoli.
We have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, oh, can't you see? I'm on the move, make way for me. So stand
Now,
up for the champions.
no, we have some award of excellence. You see, understand? We have some award of excellence. Okay.
Thank you very much, CMD. Pan Martins, our chairman, we appreciate you. Okay, ECA. ECA. Congratulations. 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 Woo!
To be the best, number one and nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. Here we go, it's getting close. Now it's just who wants it most. It's just that's how it is.
Okay. Yes, we are all very happy. Woo! We all can feel your excitement, but please settle down. Settle down. We know the 3 weeks was not easy. So getting to this point is really a thing of achievements. Congratulations once again. All right, shall we apply the ground rules? Not today anymore. All right, please, let's settle down. Let's settle down, please. Let's settle down, please. While the award presentation, or certificate presentation was going on, a very elegant, beautiful, intelligent woman walked in. We were privileged to have her presence at the last graduation, and she's here again today. And so we are so glad to have you here, Ma. The Commissioner for Arts and Culture, Dr. Uyi Malaka. You are welcome, Ma. Please. Thank you very much, ma'am. Now, before we go further, you have gotten your certificates. But there is one more important thing before you can step out of this hall. You must take your oaths. Oh, yes. So please, ICT, can you please display while I invite Professor Akoria to take them in their oath taking.
The CMD, honorable commissioners, distinguished members of management, and other distinguished persons present here. This is a very solemn moment for us. We are asking the graduates to please stand, and they are going to aver to the oath of their social skills profession as put together by the University of Benin Teaching Hospital. All through the training, the ethos of this oath were reiterated. It is now time for them to publicly aver to the contents therein. ICT, please. I hope that you can all see. I see it. Can we make it bigger? So where that dash is, you will put in your name. And so please say after me, I, your name, do solemnly declare that I will uphold the fundamental human rights of older persons as enshrined in the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. Right to independence, right to participation, right to quality care, right to self-fulfillment, right to dignity. I affirm that I will only practice as an elder care aide within the scope of my caregiving as propounded throughout the training. I will uphold the ethics of caregiving and promote intergenerational solidarity. I am aware that I am not permitted to diagnose, treat or otherwise manage older persons. I affirm that I will do my utmost to improve and maintain my health and well-being, as well as that of older persons who will from time to time be committed to my care. So help me God. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, ma'am. We welcome to our midst the head of Department of Medicine, Dr. Odase. Good afternoon, sir. You're welcome, sir. Okay, we have some special awards. But before I call the person that will be helping us with the presentation of the award, we need to give a little background. At the close of the training, we conducted a 360-degree peer assessment in which the trainees assessed themselves, and in each of their groups, there were 9 groups, and so 9 persons emerged as the best in each of the group. And so I will just call the names of the 9 persons. You will stand where you are seated. Just stand by your seat. Group 1, Juliet Benjamin. Group 2, Aigbodi Rita. Group 3, Uzala Blessing. Group 4, Omobude Catherine. Group 5, Reverend Father Uwokoye Francis. Group 6, Mr. Williams Habasiama Anefio. Group 7, Edoma said Dockers Hukamaka. Group 8, Usife Ruth. Group 9, Omoigwe Faith. Okay. Now, these are our top 9 trainees for this year. Please let's give them a round of applause. Now, before we present the award to the best trainee for cohort 2, we also need to recognize a special group. This group, actually, it's a case of the first shall be the last and the last shall be the first. They were the last to register. We nearly did not accept them, but they were persistent. And eventually, they were accepted. When they were accepted, we told them, you would write MCQ to show us that you have been able to gain the knowledge you lost in the first couple of days. They accepted and wrote an undertaking to do that. But along the line, we observed the way they immersed themselves in the training, their performance during presentations and discussions, and we canceled the MCQ because they had proven to the faculty that they have indeed learned. And their performance, their attitude, Their contributions, their presentations throughout the training has earned them this award. And so the best group of elder care aids training, cohort 2, 2024, group 9. Can all others sit down and all members of group 9 stand up for recognition? Everybody else sit down. Only group 9 stand up for recognition. Congratulations. You've indeed proven yourself to be good. And so we will crave your indulgence, our Honorable Commissioner for Health, to please step forward to present the overall best trainee. We are giving you suspense, right? And the overall best trainee for the ECA Cohort 2 training is no other person but Williams Abasiama Anepio. Thank you very much, sir. Incidentally, he is a 001, first to register, first to pay, and ended up being the class leader and is our best overall training. Congratulations, Williams. Dr. Hui Malaka will please crave your indulgence to join us at the podium to present the last award for the day. During the course of the observership and practicum, we had nurses who were supervisors in different wards where elders were admitted in UBTH. And while they were presenting their reports, a name kept on ringing out to us. A name kept on ringing out to us. And the person is a senior nursing officer and is Mr. Okafor Andrew. If he is not here, though he was invited, can any nurse who is here please represent him to receive this award? Oh, our own Mama Yad is here to receive the award on his behalf. Metro Nogoji. You're welcome, ma. The award is an award of excellence presented to Okafor Andrew in recognition of outstanding performance as a clinical supervisor during ECA training cohort 2. Thank you very much, ma. Wow. And gradually we are coming towards the end of this program. We promise we won't waste our time, and I hope we've been able to keep to that. Yes, we have. Thank you very much. So at this point, we would like to welcome our CMAC, Professor Stanley Okubo, to give us a vote of thanks.
Good morning, Mr. CMD, sir. Honorable Commissioner for Arts and Culture, I think, yeah. My brother, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Health, who is a friend of Geriatric Unit and a friend of UBTH. Of course, Professor Akoria and all the faculty members of Geriatric. It's like a community now, because you have turned it into something like a college with all the training that is going on. We want to specially welcome you and thank you for coming to grace this occasion. We are justifiably proud of what we are achieving in Geriatric Unit. Geriatric Unit did not start first in Nigeria, but we have taken the lead, in my opinion. And it's pertinent to understand this, that there was, like my CMD said earlier, there was a gap, or there is a persistent gap in terms of treatment and care for elderly persons. And it started with the small seed of training the doctors. And UBTH is training doctors. But thank you, Ma, that you did not sequester it to just training doctors. You've gone beyond that remit, and you've begun to train a whole community of caregivers to ensure that these elderly persons are continuously taken care of. It's now become a source of inspiration for us, how medical and healthcare should be. Thank you very much. I want to especially thank all of you for coming. You know, if you look at, I was pleasantly surprised just now to see cohort 1. Cohort 1, hello. I love the energy that you people bring every time, and I think you have already kind of transferred that energy to these persons. You know, sometimes it's easy for us to just look at the razzmatazz and the whole glow that comes with some of these ceremonies, and we forget the place that this plays. And that's why I especially thank all of you who come here every time to come and join us to celebrate this, because it helps us to put it in the fore. Thank you, madam, for coming, because it helps us to put in fore what is really a problem in this country. It's very sad that quite a number of times, even in our religious fair and all the rest, we have failed these elderly persons. And thank God UBTH and the geriatric unit is taking a lead in ensuring that their voices are heard, that their healthcare is prioritized, and that all their needs are identified. So I want to specially welcome you to this community. You are now UBTH alumnus, or alumni as all of you are, and we'll be calling on you because you are the ambassadors now of this program and of geriatric care in Nigeria. Because, yeah, it's in Nigeria actually, because as it stands right now, UBTH is representing Nigeria. And if you just take a Google search and look at what is happening in geriatric care and care for the elderly, you will just see the part where you talk about Nigerians' actions and activities, and you see UBTH topmost there. And I want to especially thank you for going through this time. We were surprised, pleasantly surprised that we were able to get so many persons. After you know what happened now? The dollar was tumbling, the economy was, and people were even thinking, can people even pay, let alone even take time to come and sacrifice for these 3 months? Somebody may look at it like, okay, you're making an investment for some other ulterior motives. But whatever motives that it is, you can see that you are meeting a veritable need. You are putting Nigeria in a good place. You are not going, even those of you who end up leaving, you are going to put us in good light wherever you are. And even in our community. So I can't thank you all of you enough for the vigor and the energy that you've displayed. And we expect, just like we had the testimony, I can't remember which day again, when we had in the sports complex, quite a moving testimony by one of the graduates from cohort 1 about what she was doing to advance elder care aids in Nigeria and in Benin City. And that's good. That's a great testimony. So we expect the same energy in your practice. I want to thank you all of you for coming and to spend this time with us to celebrate these ones, because they are the future of the community of elder care aids that we are raising. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you very much, sir. And with this, we come to the end of this very special program today. And we will close by reciting the second stanza of our national anthem. ICT, please display it. We are not singing it, we are reciting it as a prayer and as a commitment. Okay. O God of creation, direct our noble cause and guide our leaders right. Help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and living just and true. Great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. Amen. Thank you all so much for coming, and congratulations. ICT. Music, please.
When we hear a certain